a minute.
It's your turn.
Just wait a minute.
All right. All right. You let me know when you're ready, then.
What time is it? Well, it's time for... Yes, and leading our teams in today's youth sawing are our teen sawing leaders from Lord Crayon Correspondence Technical Vocational School, Celso and Joaquin. Is everybody ready? Okay, teens, begin to saw.
We interrupt this program for an emergency broadcast. Good afternoon. A severe worldwide nuclear war has broken out. Take cover immediately. Do not remain seated. I repeat, a nuclear war has broken. Take cover. Newspaper or under a refrigerator. Please make sure all cigarettes are extinguished.
Well, blow my lips off. Looks like a bunch of people. Must be some sort of... is there some kind of parade on or something?
What are you doing?
Oh, did you look at my letters?
No,
You looked at my letters.
I did not.
You did.
If you think I did, then you're just one of those people who thinks like
You
that.
really disappoint me. You looked at my letters.
Well, thank you very much. I did not. I could have, but I didn't. I do not.
Well, you do.
I do not.
You do so.
I'm sorry, but I do not.
You do. I've seen you do it 100 times.
I do not.
Look, would you stop sawing the table?
What? I'm not.
Why do you always saw everything in this house?
Why are you always shaking your eyes?
I don't shake them
Yes,
like I used
you
to.
do. You're always shaking your eyes here. Shaking your eyes there.
I
Shake
can't
it here.
help
Shake
it.
it there. Why don't you go join some stupid shake and rock and roll band?
I don't.
Hey, shake your eyes at me, lady. That's what they say.
I do not.
And I thought you wanted to play some Scrabble.
I did. You don't. And stop sawing the table!
Oh, Scot. Oh, Scot. Wait, you want to go outside? Is that what you want? What? Say, what? Okay, there you go. Gee, it's days like this that you don't feel like doing anything.
Come on. Let's finish the game.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
It's me, Norbert.
Oh, hi, Norbert.
Hi. We're having a party tonight around 9 o'clock. The guys are getting together and showing some slides. Would you like to come down and have some fun?
Sounds like it sounds like a good time, but I have to work. I've got to practice, I've got this recital coming up a couple of days.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye. Oh. Ah. Ah. Okay, David, come on out. Oh, David. I wish tell me to get going. Say something like, get going or something like that, you know? Ugh, jeez, I'm so hot. I wonder if I should get a haircut. I know what I'd like to do. I'd like to get this big... Ah.
Hey, David, listen to this. Stranger than an ice. No. Here's looking at you, sweetheart.
Hi, you. Oh, hi. Let them eat so, not cake. Just a minute.
Hello, palace of cheese. Here's your cheese you ordered.
Oh, you got the wrong place. No, I didn't order any cheese. I don't know.
Well, I guess I made a mistake then. I guess it's my fault.
I'm kind of busy, actually. You know, you caught me right in the middle of...
Well, sorry.
Yeah. Bye.
What are you absolutely?
Thank you. Thanks very, very much. Thank you. More, no, it was nothing, really. But thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Too much. Oh, wow. I gotta... Oh. Oh, hi, Norbert. Are you gonna... Hey, is that party still on tonight? Are you guys still gonna show those slides and stuff like that? Because I wouldn't mind, I think I might just come over. I got lots of time anyway. I'm not getting much done here.
Alia Noctopalo, Alia Maloney, Kikana Chama, Till na 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 na. Nalikin Temalto.
Nategi bagitli.
Manitalo nalian tumalang tuloy. imang meahayangin tuturia ilakka imang voititului karantukseu
Kanguit anaqasimata qitongakalu mallaagatta tamaanittuullisarukittuuguyu taqatsoruaravit
malingituulanginama
nimagunnaalti siinlerit hanuikkiit
qituqtutaaleqqanga
hanuileqqiit
isooqtutaaleqqanga
hanuileqiviit
qumisuqtutaaleqqanga
hanuikkiit hanuileqqiit
Gregor. Wait back, Gregor. This give is too late. It's already carded of Nelson.
Hey,
Wait
Gregor.
back.
All right, Holy Spirit, hold tag. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark. Ah, you's risky. Hos mepper I wooed.
God armingser.
Mr. Samson, responsability.
No, mo green, Gregor.
This here, Mama. Look at me. Ha! Great type of steel. Syndigasticra. Good damage. This ration is readable.
Is er son?
Emerson?
The King's root.
Ya no nos evil unknown.
Ye some modibus, ye some.
The summer my grandmother was supposed to die, or as my mother said, pass away, we didn't leave the city. The only thing was to stay at home and wait for it to happen. It was a hot summer. Her bedroom was just behind the kitchen. And when we sat down to eat, you could smell her. According to Dr. Katzman, any day might be her last in this world. It's in the hands of the Almighty. Won't be long now, my father said. And she'll be better off, if you know what I mean.
God in heaven, what's she holding on for?
A nurse came every day from the Royal Victorian Order. She arrived punctually at noon, and at 5 to 12, I joined the rest of the boys under the outside staircase to peek up her dress as she climbed to our second-story flat.
Before your grandma kicks off, she's gonna roll her eyes and gurgle. That's what they call the death rattle. Ah, you know everything, Putz. I read it, you jerk, in Perry Mason. After she dies, her hair will go on growing for another 24 hours. Says who? Duddy Kravitz. Do you think Uncle Lou will come from New York for the funeral? I suppose so. Boy, that means another $5 for me. Even more for you. You shouldn't say things like that or her ghost will come back to haunt you.
Her bedroom had actually been promised to me for my 7th birthday. But now I had to go on sharing a room with my sister. So naturally, I was resentful when each morning before I left for school, my mother insisted that I go in and kiss my grandmother goodbye. Boy-o, boy-o, was the only sound my grandmother could make. I wondered if she knew I was waiting for her room. After 2 years, I protested to my mother.
What's the use of telling her I'm going here or I'm going there? She doesn't even recognize me anymore.
Don't be fresh. She's your grandmother.
Radio's biggest Western detective program. Tonight we're about to hear another episode in a baffling mystery. Secret Mission.
Welcoming you to Full Radio Time.
Come on, boy.
Inevitably, there came the morning my mother just couldn't get out of bed. Dr. Katzman led my father into the kitchen. Your wife's got a gallstone condition. My grandmother's children met and decided to put the old lady in the Jewish old people's home on Esplanade Street. While my mother slept, an ambulance came to take my grandmother away. It's for the best, Dr. Katzman said.
Easy does it, Granny.
When my mother got out of bed 2 weeks later, my grandmother's name was seldom mentioned. Until one evening, after I had a fight with my sister, I said,
Why can't I move into the back bedroom now?
My father glared at me. Big mouth. The next afternoon, my mother put on her best dress and coat and new spring hat.
Don't go looking for trouble.
Did you think I was never going to visit her? I'm not inhuman, you know.
I was born lucky and that's it. I knew it. I was born with all the luck.
It was on a Friday afternoon that I came home to find a crowd gathered in front of our house.
That's the grandson. After so many years.
And probably next year they discover a cure. Isn't that always the case?
What I heard from her doctor.
Oh, don't worry about it, because it's...
I wouldn't. Like some peanuts coming.
Your grandmother's dead.
Where's Mom?
In the bedroom with... You better not go in.
I want to see her.
Don't come in here. Your grandmother's dead.
Daddy told me.
Go, wash your face and comb your hair.
Yeah.
1 minute. The Papa left some jewelry. The necklace is for Rivka and the ring is for your wife.
Who's getting married?
Monica all by herself in a convent. I remember her father was a rich man in the old country, very rich man. I know it.
You just
Rabbi in Boston, or
yeah, could be a bishop. I think it was a bishop.
The nurse said nobody believed it.
My uncle, a rabbi, and Dr. Katzman stepped outside to light cigarettes. I know exactly how you feel, Dr. Katzman said. There's been a death in the family, your heart is broken, and yet it's a splendid summer day. A day made for love and laughter, and that must seem very cruel to you. The rabbi nodded. He sighed. It's remarkable that she held out so long. It's amazing. The mysteries of the human heart. Astonishing.
Well, Pashurka, this is our last night together. Tomorrow you can take over the back room. Are you crazy? You always wanted it for yourself, didn't you?
She died in there, but...
So?
I couldn't sleep in there now.
Good night and happy dreams.
Hey, let's talk some more.
Did you know that when they hang a man, the last thing that happens is he has an orgasm?
A what?
Skip it. I forgot you were still in kindergarten.
Ah, kiss my Royal Canadian.
Boy-oo, who's that sleeping in my bed? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I made many films with sand, and they were always black and white, and at one point I wanted to work with color. And I got into very elaborate setups with colored sand, which was very difficult to work with because you have to keep the colors separate. And I even built an animation stand just to work with colored sand, and it was terribly difficult to work. So I got the idea to work with paints, and then I wanted to work with paints that weren't oil paints and toxic. And I, by chance, discovered that with watercolors and glycerin is just sweet sugar water. I don't know what it is exactly, but a few drops of that in with the color keeps it from drying. And I found that I could work in the same way that I had worked with the sand, that is, with the paints and smearing them on glass, and get colors. About the same time that I made that discovery, I also wanted to work with characters and dialogue, which I hadn't done before. And at the same time that that happened, I heard that the film board, where I was working at the time, wanted to make a series of animated films using Canadian short stories. So I read like crazy, a lot of short stories, and there were many beautiful stories that I found, but there was one writer, really, Mordecai Richler, whose feeling I thought would match the feeling that I could get with the paint on glass technique that I had just found. And I think that is because he works with very short, concise imagery. And I chose this particular story in a collection of his short stories called The Street, I think because I lived through with my family a similar situation. My family's Jewish, or partly Jewish, and at the time I was living in a part of Montreal that was exactly the area that he was telling about in this story. So I saw people like the people in his story, and it just all fell together very easily at the time. When I remember animating, I remember being in a dark room without windows all day, and it was very peaceful. I loved to make characters move. It was so exciting to me when I first made a person move and speak, and to tell stories. I love to do that. I also love to feel that I'm in control of everything, and when I was animating, everything that was in the frame, I knew exactly what was going on, and I was completely in control of it. And I feel very good about the time that I animated, but I've also become restless with it, and it's partly because it's very, very hard work. It's very concentrated. It's very, it demands constancy and discipline, so that no matter how I would be feeling, I could be sad or I could be happy, every day I had to come back to my animation table and be at the same level that I'd left it the day before. And of course, this is partly because of the way I work. I work under the camera, and I can't make mistakes. I can't change my mind. I have to follow through with an idea that I might have begun long before. And I wanted to have my work feel more spontaneous. I know my films look spontaneous, but it's actually just very controlled and disciplined work as I do it. When I began animating, motion was so exciting to me, to make things move, and I didn't know how to draw, and I wasn't very interested in being able to draw, so I was moving objects. I was moving coins and keychains, solid things like cutouts, and then I remembered, well, I thought that sand might be an interesting thing to work with because it's an object that I can move, but I can also draw with sand. I knew that I could make silhouette figures with sand, and so I went to the beach where I spent all my childhood summers, and it has very fine white sand, and I poured that out on a piece of white glass that had the light underneath in a dark room, and the sand was a dark shape, and the background where the glass was white, and I started to make animals and people with the sand, and I've continued to do that. I've made 4 or 5 films with sand. They became a little more complicated as time went on because I learned that I could put textures into the sand by pressing it thin on the glass. My film, The Metamorphosis of Mr. Sampson, was the last film that I made with sand, and the images are really very painterly, I think, because I was working with textures. That film, The Metamorphosis of Mr. Sampson, was a story that was always interesting to me, and I knew it for a long time because I love Franz Kafka's writing. The Metamorphosis of Mr. Sampsa is a story that interests me a lot, and what interests me more than the metamorphosis or the change of a man into a beetle is the condition of being a man inside a beetle's body. I made the story mostly centered around his relation to his family. I think it's a horrifying situation for me to think of, to have human feelings and not be able to express them. And I think it has something to say to people in general about the human condition, that people see what is in front of their eyes and they don't see what's inside. I feel it relates to my own life. I think people see me, but they don't really see inside me, and part of it is a problem of not being able to communicate also. So this is what interested me about Mr. Sampsa. Mr. Sampsa's story, I think, is a terribly painful one. And I chose to spend a couple of years living with it. And at the same time, I loved it. I loved doing it. I loved sitting there with that beetle and his situation. And I'm glad that I made the film.